Your money is not disappearing randomly. It is moving through patterns. And once you can see the pattern, you can change the pattern.
Welcome back to Intentional Wealth with Tiffany Tippins, the podcast where your money is aligned with purpose and your wealth is built with strategy, legacy, and intention. I'm your host, Tiffany Tippins.
Today, I want to talk about something that so many women experience, but not enough of us say out loud. You get paid, the bank account looks good, you feel like, okay, I can breathe a little. You pay a few bills, grab a few things, and maybe go out with the girls. Or maybe you pay for that subscription you forgot that was even active. But then 2 weeks later, you look at your bank account and think, wait a minute, where did my money go? And here's what I want you to know right from the beginning. Your money is not disappearing randomly. It is moving through patterns. And once you can see the pattern, you can change the pattern. This episode is not about shame. It is not saying that you cannot grab a cocktail with the girls or even that you can't get your hair and nails done. As a financial advisor, I've learned a long time ago that people don't need more judgment around their money. They need clarity. So instead of simply telling people what to stop doing, I focus on helping them see how their everyday financial decisions are connected to the results they're experiencing. And listen, I believe in enjoying life, but when every once in a while turns into all the time, we have to pause and ask, are my choices serving the woman I say I want to become? Because sometimes the issue is not that we don't make enough money. Sometimes the issue is that our money does not have enough direction. So let's talk about where the money is going. The first place your money disappears is through reoccurring charges. These are the subscriptions, memberships, apps, streaming services, software tools, if you're a business owner like myself, and little auto drafts that come out every month. The problem is not the $9.99 charge. The problem is 10 of them. The problem is paying for things you forgot you even had. The charge is small enough not to alarm you, but consistent enough to drain you. So I want you to pull 2 months of bank statements and highlight every recurring charge. If it comes out every month, highlight it, add them up. I promise you, the number may surprise you. The second place money disappears is through small habitual purchases. It's the coffee you decide to have on the way to work. It's the lunch because you didn't pack anything. It's the quick convenience store stops, the delivery fee, the snack run. And it's only $8 purchase. But $8 here, $14 there, $22 there, and $6 there, that adds up. And because every purchase feels small, your brain doesn't treat it like it's a real financial decision. But guess what? Your bank account does. The third place your money disappears is right after payday. This is the sneaky one. When the paycheck first hits, we feel comfortable. I know I do. The balance looks good, it looks strong. So we make decisions from that feeling of abundance. We say yes to the dinner. Girl, yeah, let's go out. Yes to ordering out. Yes to the quick purchase. Yes to the weekend plans. And yes to the things we have been wanting. But if we front load our spending in the first week, the second half of the month becomes survival mode. This is not always a discipline problem. Sometimes it's a timing problem. What could help here is setting a weekly spending number and having it in cash. And once that cash is gone, it's gone, sis. The fourth place money disappears is through forgotten fixed costs. These are the bills that don't happen every month, but still happen. Things like annual memberships, car registrations, insurance renewals, professional dues, what I call the creepers. It's the birthday gifts, the graduation season, the holidays, the travel, school expenses, family obligations. Speaking of graduation, I just talked to a girlfriend and she was like, I had 6 open houses to attend last week. And who thinks to put those things in the budget? But somehow we make it happen, don't we? These are not emergencies. These are predictable expenses that we're not planned for. And when predictable expenses are not planned for, they feel like financial attacks on our budget. Now, let's make this personal, especially for women. Women cannot afford to be casual with money. And I do not mean this in a harsh way, I mean it in a loving and protective way. We have way too much at stake. According to the BLS data, women's median weekly earnings are about 83.2% of men. So if we already are working with less in many cases, we have to be even more intentional with what we do have. That means not living scared. That means living awake. Second, women are often caregivers. We may be caring for children, spouses, aging parents, grandchildren, siblings, and sometimes all the above. And caring has a cost. Sometimes it costs your time. Sometimes it costs your income. Sometimes it costs career advancements. And sometimes it costs retirement saving. And a lot of times it will cost you your health and your energy. And many women don't even call themselves caregivers. We just say, I'm helping mama. I'm taking care of my husband. I'm helping with the kids. I'm the one everybody calls. But financially, that role matters. Third, women are living longer. The CDC reports that women's life expectancy in the US is about 81.4 years compared to 76.5 years for men. That means many women need their money to last longer. So when we mismanage money in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, we may be creating pressure for our 60s, 70s, and beyond if we're blessed to live longer. I want the woman listening to me to have options. I want you to have dignity, sis, and I want you to have choices. I want you to have the ability to say yes when it matters and no when it does not serve you. Fourth, women are facing retirement challenges. Census data shows that about 50% of women ages 55 to 66 have no personal retirement savings. That is not a statistic to scare you, it's a statistic to wake us up because the goal is not just to pay bills. The goal is to build a life. I was just looking at a YouTube episode the other day about how so many people are deciding to leave the US and live abroad, whether that's in Bali, Thailand, or Mexico. Now, this may not be an option for you, but it is an option when you think about where your money could stretch further while still living the life you want. Now, here's where I want to encourage you. You're already good at something. Maybe you're good at working out. Maybe you're that girl whose makeup is flawless and she looks like she just stepped out of a celebrity's makeup artist chair. Or maybe you are good at planning trips and hosting events. So I don't want you to tell yourself, I'm just bad with money. No, sis. Money management is a muscle. Some people built that muscle early, some people were taught, some people had examples, and some people had to learn the hard way. But if it's a muscle, that means it can be trained. And you don't train that muscle by shaming it. You train it by using it consistently. So here's your starting point. I want you to do a 20-minute money audit. Pull 2 months of bank statements, highlight every recurring charge, add up all the food, convenience, delivery fees, coffee charges, takeouts, grocery purchase, and then look at when you spend the most. Is it right after payday? Is it on the weekends? Is it when you're tired? Is it when you're stressed? Or is it when you feel like you need to be celebrated? Then identify the irregular expenses that caught you off guard, like the birthdays, the open houses, the my girl just had a baby, I need to go to her baby shower. Then divide them up by 12 so you know what they really cost monthly. Once you do that, the mystery starts to disappear. You stop saying, "Where did my money go?" And you start saying, "This is the pattern." And when you can see the pattern, you can make a plan. So here are 3 changes I want you to make. Number 1, separate your fixed bills from your spending money. Have one account where the bills come out: rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, subscriptions, your debt, whatever is fixed. That way you don't have to look at one big balance and thinking all of it is available, because all of your money in the account is not spendable money. Number 2, give yourself a weekly flexible spending number. Preferably, take that money in cash. Take your income, subtract the fixed bills, subtract your savings, subtract your debt strategy, then divide that number, what's left, by 4. That weekly number becomes your guardrail, not because you are punishing yourself, but because you are protecting yourself. And sis, once that cash is gone, do not move to that credit card, okay? Number 3, cancel or reduce one money leak at a time. Don't try to become a brand new person by Friday. Start with one subscription, one habit, one category, one adjustment. A lot of times when I'm working with clients who need cash flow management, I really am upfront and honest with them and say, hey, let's just start with identifying the steps that I'm telling you today. Don't change anything. Let's look for the patterns and then we can make adjustments afterwards. So we want to cancel the thing you don't use, reduce the delivery, plan for the meals, move the savings first, give yourself a cash or a debit credit card limit for fun money. Put the birthday and the holiday money aside ahead of time. Small structures creates big relief. And let me say this clearly: you can still enjoy your life. You can still go to brunch. You can still grab that cocktail. You can still get your nails done. You can still buy the thing. But we have to move from unconscious spending to intentional spending. This is a difference between spending money because you choose to and spending money because you weren't paying attention. One creates joy, the other creates regret. So this week, I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing I keep spending money on that is really not serving me? What is one habit that feels small but is adding up? What is one financial decision I can make today that my future self will thank me for? Because your money needs direction. Your money needs a job, like I spoke about in the last episode. Your money needs boundaries and your money needs attention, not because you are behind and not because you have failed, but because you are building something. And this is where you're building stability. You are building wealth, sis. You're building options for yourself and you're building peace. And most importantly of all, you are building a legacy. And that woman you're becoming, she is worth the discipline. So the next time you get paid, don't just ask, what can I buy? Ask, what does this money need to do for me? That one question can change everything. Thank you for listening to Intentional Wealth with Tiffany Tippins. If this episode made you think about your own money leaks, share with a woman who needs a reminder that she is not bad with money. She just needs a better system. And if you need help managing your cash flow, contact me where my information is in the show notes. Until next time, remember, money makers are action takers.